Hey guys, and welcome back to my world. So yesterday I made a bit of a boo-boo and neglecting to actually look further than my nose. You can actually change the weapons on a mob. You can't change it on a player because it is you never know which hand they're actually holding it in. But on a mob, it is slot dot weapon. Okay, so it's the weapon slot. So this opens up a whole new range of possibilities for custom mobs. So as you can see, the skeleton over here, because I'm a certain distance away from the skeleton, it actually has a ranged weapon. The moment I go closer, you'll see it actually changes to a melee weapon. And if I go further away again, he will then swap it for the ranged weapon, and he can shoot me with that ranged weapon, as you can see. Okay, up. And then melee weapon, and then I can kill him. Okay, so come on, give me your best, give me your best shot. Oh, okay, he gave me his best shot. Okay, cool. Let's quickly go and have a look how this works. Game mode 1. Now, first off, this was actually a suggestion on my last video by Lord Arani. He said, wait, so could you make skeletons that pull out swords when they are close to you and bows when they are far? So I hope that answers your question. Yes, that's exactly what it means. Where's my redstone? Here it is. Okay, now you only really need these two command blocks. So these two command blocks actually does the action. But what I found is that if you run it on a fast clock, like I'm running, this clock runs at about 20 ticks a second. You swap the bow around so often that it can't actually shoot. The skeleton cannot shoot if you change the bow so often, so you need to slow it down. So if you can run a clock that is roughly about 3 seconds, so a 3 second clock, that would be the best. Now, because I want to keep it all neat and all in one, I actually created a timer on the side that counts down 3 seconds. Okay, so this is a straightforward scoreboard dummy called timer, or scoreboard objective called dummy, that is a dummy. And what I'm doing is I'm setting or adding 1 to the timer score for all players. Okay, and then when I get to 60, so when the score gets to 60, I then reset everybody's timer that's got 60 to 0, so that it just constantly ticks for 3 seconds. Okay, so that's the clock. Now, first off, when I'm in the world, okay, I'm constantly executing a command at all players that is going to be replacing an item of an entity that is the type skeleton that is within a 4-block radius of the player. So when I'm within a 4-block radius of the player, I'm going to be executing this replace item on the skeleton. I'm going to be replacing the slot.weapon with an iron sword. Okay, straightforward, makes complete sense. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to execute, but this time I'm only going to execute at all players that has a timer score of minimum 60. Okay, so after every 3 seconds I will be then executing this command. I'm going to be replacing the entity that is a type skeleton that is within a 50-block radius. I could actually probably drop this down to like 10. Within a 10-block radius that is no closer than 4 blocks. So when I'm closer than 4 blocks, this won't run. And I'm going to replace the slot.weapon with bow. Okay, now as I said before, the reason I've got this bit of a delay before I replace it is because if I replace this bow once every tick, the skeleton will never fire. That is really it. There's nothing more to it. This will work on any entity, whether I spawn the entity in with the summon command or whether I'm using an egg. So let's just really show you the egg and the one that I did on Reddit. So we're looking for skeleton. Okay, so you'll see the moment I place it down, it has a sword, but when I move away, the swords changes to bow. So this red block is actually the limit. So if I go closer, sword, move away, 3 seconds, bow, sword, bow, sword, bow. Okay, same with all the others. That's it. I mean, there's nothing else really to it. Cool, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, I will check you all later.